I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little beat. I drank a Red Bull a little late last night, and I was up all till probably about 3 in the morning. Got up about 6. So it's gonna be a fun day. So what's going on? Wait a couple minutes, let everybody get the notification show up, and we'll start working on this Savage first. We'll get this out of the way, and we'll do a little recap on how the race day went. I posted a video of it late last night, so it's up right now, ready to go. It's only about 10 minutes, 9-10 minutes. The algorithm really doesn't share my stuff very well, so if you guys can go take a look at that video, if you want to share it out, go ahead. Not gonna worry about that too much. Just give it a view, like, check it out. Sliding sideways, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Nitro Bob, can you fix it? Oh, I can fix it. Fix anything. Man. Heard you got yourself in trouble with the hot dog stuff again, man. I warned you. I warned you. Yep, I can fix anything. There ain't an RC that I can't fix. I haven't met one yet. If anybody wants to send me one with a challenge, I'll do it. But yeah, Bob, you gotta watch that stuff, man. I want to kind of put a stop to that. We're gonna call it Glizzygate 2025. We're gonna make a stop with the hot dogs because people are getting pissed off. Finally made it to one of these. Yes, sir. I know I do it a little bit early. I'm sorry. I kind of have my time schedule just sucks. I'm always either working or busy. So this is really the only time I have to myself that I can get one of these done. I'm going to start doing some Fridays because, honestly, Saturdays, I'm going to a race next Saturday. So I'll probably do something Friday. We'll do like a race prep. We'll get the buggy a once over and glue some tires up and get the suspension done. And we can get it all looking good again. It was a good day. It wasn't a bad day at all, really. So give it a few more minutes, let some people show up, and then we'll start working on this Savage. Going over it right now. I'm going to go get a couple of parts because I was going through the bearings. These are the wheel bearings for it. Just cleaning them up, getting the shit off them, and I don't know if you can hear it. This thing is, yeah, this thing's shot. It's crunchy as shit. So what's everybody else got going on? Let me find a bearing for this. OG was kind enough to send me some bearings before, and he sent me some. They are perfect. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, for a cement mixer. OG was cool enough to send me some, so I'm going to rob another one off him. And he was also kind enough to send me some arms, so if these purple aluminum arms suck, I can always swap them out. Let's see, did he send me a nice one? Oh, boy. That's what I'm talking about. All right. File this under G before it makes its way into something else. That's strange. Sliding sideways is still hanging out. OG's in here. It says only one view. Okay, makes sense. All right, well, let's get started. I gotta get this diff taken apart. Service the diff on this. Start getting the rear section back together. That's about it. We could maybe do the electronics box on this. And then we're going to get to the Sen. I finally got the parts in from the UK. We can get that Sen back together. And I'm going to show you what I did. Hopefully this will fix the problem. And if not, I give up on that thing. So let's start getting this apart. Get you as a good view. We'll get to work. Oh, I hate this stand. What diff fluid do you use? In these Savages, I just use grease. That's it. I can almost guarantee as soon as I pull this differential apart, the gasket's going to be shot anyway. I'll take it. $2. What are you taking for $2? That spent bearing? It's yours. Covered the shipping. Yeah, I can guarantee you as soon as I pull this diff apart that the gasket's going to be bad anyway, and I don't have gaskets. So as far as putting like a thinner fluid in there, it's not going to help. Let's zoom her in. All right, start working on this bad boy. Phillips screws, take it apart. I'm sure OG knows about this. He's done it a million times. All right. I pack grease in my truck diffs. Yeah, I don't really pack it. I've been using this this like TLR stuff. Yeah, we gotta knock it off. I'm not sticking up for anybody. I don't care about the hot dog thing. You can throw them up all here all day if you want. Just, people are getting pissed off. I just don't want to hear the noise. I don't care. I use 1M. Yeah, 1 million. I got 2 million. Yeah. No, man. I don't, like I said, I don't care about the hot dog thing. Doesn't mean anything to me, but I just don't want people getting pissed off. It's a small community. You piss somebody off, and you just hear about it, and you hear about it, and you hear about it. And I don't want to hear about it. Happy to be here. And Bob, I'm happy to have you here, brother. You're part of the community. I like to see you come out. Dude, that little buggy you put that short up that I said that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Did Nick hook you up with those couple that he had? If so, that's badass, man. That little thing was cool. All right. Clean these up. All right. We got some kind of a grease / dog hair / spugizicum all over the diff. So somebody serviced this, or that might be stock. I don't know, but it's been there a long time and it's not any good. So who wants to take a bet on what we got on the inside? Let's see what Nitro Bob said. Much appreciated, sir. Yeah, Nick hooked it up with the parts car and a runner. That's awesome. It's good to see those things getting used. I mean, I like the minis. They're pretty neat. Tried cleaning these parts, and obviously, Chino, what's up, brother? Some of these parts I was able to get pretty damn clean. They look perfect. Some of them are not. You can tell what side was on the exhaust side. Let's put it that way. And I'm not really worried about it. I want to get this thing, 90% clean, 100% running, 1,000% awesome, and it's going to get ran. So, it's only going to look nice for a couple of hours. Then when I take it outside, that'll be the end of that. All right. Come on. All right, let me wipe this down. Very tedious to clean and maintain, but yes, super fun little cars. Yeah, how are they for parts? Can you get parts for those things? Chino saying hi to everybody. Yeah, man. Chino, what are you up to today, man? You gonna run anything? I haven't caught one of your lives this week. I don't know if you did one or not, but if you did, I'm sorry. If not, get on it, my man. I enjoy watching you run stuff. You got some neat shit. Holy shit. Let's see. I ran my WR8 yesterday. Man, that thing is a beast. Yeah, dude. I like the WR8. I want to get one. I like the Subaru one more than the Ford. But I do want to get one. No, just chilling. That's cool, too. I'll be back on soon. All right, man. I just hate it because a lot of times I don't get your a notification that you come on, and then I'll just check, and it'll be like, bam. Okay, there is the notification, but I have to look for it. It's a pain in the ass. All right. Now the fun part. Let's get dirty. So what do you just want to do? You want to take a bet? I'm thinking dry as a bone. The G3.0. Yeah, I have a G3.0 in my MT2. I converted it from the T15, which was a total pain in the balls. I'm going to go live a little later today. All right, sliding sideways. Hopefully I'll get the notification. Don't ask me why. Yeah, I was actually looking at buying another HPI on eBay earlier in the week. I passed up on it. Well, I didn't pass up on it. I was, kicking the tires, and somebody else bought it. It was a pretty good deal. Nice looking little truck. It was a Nitro Rush Evo with, it had the T15 in it. So everybody that ever bought one, anything that has a T15 knows that, yeah, that thing's probably dead. Bacon grease in there? I'd be happy with bacon grease compared to what's probably in this. Probably dog shit. But, yeah. It was a Nitro Rush Evo. Good shape. Not bad. It was a pretty decent looking little truck. But, long story short, as soon as I had seen that it had the T15, everybody knows that when you buy something with a oh, these are loose. That's nice. When you buy something with a T15, it's bad. Hey, Michelle, what's going on? The T15 is going to be bad. Now, to convert a T-Series vehicle to a G-Series vehicle, you can't usually, I don't know, you got a Mugen Bob, cool. You can't just get like a universal motor mount, like an RS4 motor mount, and it doesn't work. Because like for me to convert that MT2 is a complete nightmare. So I started looking online, and the T3.0 is not available anymore. You can't find it. You can buy the G still, but the T's are non-obtainium now, so I was debating because I didn't want the headache. So, and somebody else bought the headache, so I didn't have to. It's pretty sweet. An MBX7R. That's sweet, man. So, yeah, you just want to talk about the track a little bit. I went to the track yesterday. Now, OG don't believe me, but that is technically, if you want to think about it, the first time I've ever raced on a dirt track. We were at that track once before, and it was a complete mud fest, and it wasn't usable. Plus, they were working on it. They were doing maintenance to some part of it, so we only got to use a third of it. So literally, I was sliding in the mud with my Arma and hitting a couple of jumps. I think there's a couple of shorts up back in the day of it. But, yeah, I think I got the hang of it towards the end. I'm definitely no pro. I have a long way to go, but I think I got the hang of it. We're getting there. And we have pretty damn dry. Just a 2 gear, not the 4. But makes for easy cleanup. I'll give it that. Let's see, bro, how the RS4 Super Nitro mounts the motor straight to the chassis is wild. Yeah, that's any of the T-Series, they mount right to the chassis. There's no mounts. Or get the motor mounts, but shit, the motor being able to be screwed in mesh set perfect like that is sick. Yes, but no. Like my MT2, they came in a couple different flavors. If you got one with the T15, then it did the same thing. The T-Series motors bolt right to the chassis. A T15, T3.0 bolts right to the chassis. G3.0s and G15s do not. I think there's a G15. Sure, why not? So we'll just pull this apart real quick and give it a once over. So I was just saying. So the downside, okay, you got it bolted right to the chassis. Yes, it makes it easy if you're going to be stock and just rock and roll. Yeah, I got that. Sounds good to me. Now, if you want to change gears, you're screwed, which was the problem that I had. I bought a G3.0 to replace a T. Thought I could just use an RS4 motor mount, which I had, and it doesn't work that way. Does not work that way. Get back in there. I'm not going to bother taking you out. Yeah. So, long story short, well, short story long, I guess. That's where we're going. I had to find a motor mount because the later MT2s, you could get them with the G3.0. So they made a special mount for it. Now I have adjustability. I can put different gears in it. Problem with that is, try to find that bitch. Go ahead. You try to find that thing. It ain't happening. What Savage is this? This is a Savage 25 that we're working on right now. A little bit of aluminum from the arms. This is one I picked up for 75 bucks that I wanted the wheels off of. But it's kind of nice. So it's not a, it's definitely not a parts bin. I don't think so. I don't have a 25, so we're going to keep this about 90% original. Changed out the, 25. Came with this engine. The old 25. So I don't have a 25, so we're going to keep this about 90% original. I changed out the steering rack. It's got some Integy aluminum arms because I thought they were kind of cool. And then OG sent me some arms that I didn't know were coming. But I kind of like the way they look. So we're going to give them a shot. I'll try them out. If they suck, OG already hooked us up with the backup parts. All right. Where were we at? I need this side. Let's clean some of this shit out. That's the other thing that's nice about these things when they're dry. They're a pretty simple cleanup. Their gasket. There's some kind of gasket on there. Good. All right, if everybody can hit that like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I appreciate that. Like I said, I put a video up from the track from yesterday. It's only about a 9-minute John. It's not too bad. Not too long. Everybody give it a shot. Check it out. Give it a thumbs up. The algorithm doesn't share my stuff like a lot of people do. So any of your help, I appreciate. And take a good look at it. I think, you know, drop me a comment. I think I started to improve there at the end. I mean, in the beginning, I was just trying to figure it out. Never on the dirt. Never ran a 4-wheel drive buggy like that. You know, trying to run a track. So I think I did all right. I mean, towards the end, I think I started to get the hang of it. There is a race on Saturday. I'm having a little bit of an issue with that engine. I got to take a look at it. Something is not happy. But I think it may need a repinch. I'm working on see if I can get someone to do that for me quick. See, Bob says, mine's all 25, but I did the X-rails and radio box with the plastic motor cover cage. This is still going to have the metal cage. And I am upgrading the box because the pins were broke off in the one that was in it. And the box I have just happens to be newer. So that's it. That's what we're going to do. All right, let me get the rest of this cleaned up real quick. I gotta get some of that. I gotta get some of that grease. I don't have any out. But yeah, the track was a lot of fun. My tires were not the best. Granted, I mean it is what it is, and that kind of hurt me a little bit. But I mean, I'm still gonna suck. Doesn't matter. I can have the best tires. I'm still gonna learn. And what else happened? That's really it. Oh, I lost the wing button. I had to buy new wing buttons, so that kind of sucked. But the ones I got are nice. I'm not even mad about it. But there's a race on Saturday. I'm going to enter. I'm going to probably just go into the 40 and up buggy class. I got tires on the way, so hopefully I'll have something a little better suited. And yeah, we're going to have some fun. All right, let me go get that grease I use. Start putting this back together. It's got some kind of a gasket because we found out last week that we need the gasket for the spacing. The diff don't like it. Let me go get some grease. So what's going on? Who's all showing up? We got 7 people here, 6 people here. Small day. What's everybody got going on today? Chino's not running. Sideways will be going on later. I'm not looking to create any diff action. I'm just looking to make sure these things ain't dry. There we go. Throw a little more on top. Then we can start reassembly. Be done. There we go. Good enough. Just want to show we cared. That's all. Hey, now. All right, so who's all hanging out? We got 6 people in here. I ain't hearing from nobody. I know it's only a diff job. It's not that crazy, but some people got to have something going on today. Just get them set. Tighten them down as we go. Yep. That's better. OG's cooking. What you cooking, man? Don't say frickin' hot dogs, please. Nah, OG's always up to something good. I gotta figure out what to do for dinner tonight. I don't know what we're gonna do. All right. There we go. Glide's nice. Bearings feel good. I dig it. With my daughter and granddaughter. All right, Michelle, have a good time. I don't know what you're doing, but company's always good. My kid's upstairs playing on her VR, so if I go up and bother her, she'll probably yell at me. All right, I'll grease the bottom once we, a little bit later. I ain't doing it now. I guess I didn't have to remove that back one, did I? Oh, well. Omelet. What you putting in that omelet, OG? Love me a good... They have one at this place I go to eat. Small little family restaurant called Morris's. They have like a meat lover's omelet. You know, bacon and ham, sausage. All kinds of shit in it, man. It's so good. And it's cheap, too. I mean, you go there, your gut's ready to bust. I mean, and I'm in there for maybe 25 bucks, me and the old lady. Nothing else goes to this, I don't think. No, we're good. We're good. Sliced ham and Colby. All right, yeah, I dig that. That would be good. The heck is everybody today? Weather's getting nice. Everybody's missing. That's awesome. Get off your phones, people. Go do something. I'm going to go take a nap. All right. I just hope you're watching, OG, so if I put this together wrong, you yell. I don't want to do it twice. So I picked up some wheels and tires for this. We'll show you those later. I ordered a front drive shaft. I had to order some different wheel nuts. So next week we'll have more parts. All right. And there we go. Greased up, ready to go. I'll hit the bottom up before we place it in. I am. Good. I need... The difference between me and Superman. Superman has supervision, and I require it. That's the difference. All right. I always thought these go inward. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, it worked. That's easy to fix, though. All right, we need some screws. Where's that bag at? There we go. What are those? Those are flats. One of these. One of these. Oh, that ain't right. Hang on. No. Check the other bag. it so you can see what I'm doing, but it's kind of hard to wrench that way. The heck is everybody today? Gonna have a new project in a couple of weeks. Something small, should take one day. A little bit different than what we normally do on the channel. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be pretty cool. All right, got that part done. Next will be, I guess, the bulkheads. Bulkheads are next. He's got to go this way. And then this way. And these click together. There we go. After doing a couple of these Savages, I'm actually starting to get a lot more acclimated to them. I think these are getting a little bit easier to me than a Revo now. Just kind of strange. Come on. There we go. All right. Next, let's get some arms in this thing. I believe that's the move. Put that center shaft through. We'll drop the bag. Told you, they're literally the easiest truck to work on once you see what's what. Love them. Yeah, not too bad. This will be my third one. This will be probably the last one I need. Looking for a couple of. I got a small list of what I'm looking for. Start looking soon. All right, where's the pins? Let's start getting some pins here. Ah, shoot! Forgot the cross brace. All right. Maybe I can sneak that in. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Probably not ideal, but it worked. Little cross brace in the front. Forgot all about that guy. The new ones with the quick access stiffs and the removable top lid on the tranny are the best. Yeah, I mean, for the right price, I may pick up another one. You never know. They surface, but I don't intend to buy. I don't intend to have too many of them. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's outer. That's the top. Those are bottom. We're gonna need that bar. The bar goes through the center. Zoom out a little. There we go. Don't have to be that close. So yeah, this is going to be just a basic 25. I got some new parts going in it, but that's about it. Didn't want to get too crazy. Also, after running at the track yesterday, considering buying a new buggy, maybe later in the year. Something brand new. Build it as a kit. What are you thinking? I like the new Team Associated. But for a few dollars more, I can get the X-Ray. I kind of like the X-Ray. So that's going to be a tough one. Why are these so difficult? Okay, give me something we can use. This will work. There we go. Brand new Associated. Yeah, we'll see. A little tight here. Yeah. New Associated is best, but the X-ray is about to blow up now. D's back in the world. Yeah, I'm not all crazy about the hype. I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking for something that I should be able to get parts for relatively easy, which the Associated would probably be the easier one for me. But $10 more, I can get an X-ray. It's like, what do you do? I'm not really thinking more of like, I don't want like an HB. I don't want a, what is that? The Miyako is available. Mad money. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I just don't know. I didn't know if I would like it or not, and I really did. So as far as spending, you know, 2 G's on a real sweet buggy, really. All right, where are you at? Wasn't something I was thinking about doing. You gonna go in or what? It's right there. Uh-oh, I don't like that. Hang on. I don't know. Just kicking the idea around. I think it'd be a pretty cool one. Then engine-wise, probably going to go with an EB mod. $400 engine, $100 pipe. Go with some Nitro Pro servos. Messing things up here. Everything's a hammer when you need it to be. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Just wanted to be that little bit difficult just to give me some trouble. All aspects, what's going on, brother? Associated with the new Kyosho MP11, the new chassis tunability is sick. Yeah, and Trains and Lanes actually is a Kyosho dealer, so I don't think parts would be that much of an issue. So that is an option, OG. I could go that route. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Working on the LST. Yeah, I still got to get me one of them. There was one for sale out by the track, and it sold the day before I went out that way. I was kind of upset about it. Kind of wanted it. Wasn't that bad looking either. Price was good. Real good. All right, so we got ourselves this little alien looking thing. There we go. We gotta put that guy in first. Anybody buy anything new? I've been cruising eBay. I haven't really found anything other than that that Evo and then a buggy that went wild. Somebody paid over $300 for an RC 8.2 that was in way worse shape than mine. Way worse shape. And it had a Nova Rossi in it that, right in the description, said that it was gummed up. And they still bought it. They still bought it for over $300. Had a matching pipe with that Nova, though, so that was kind of sweet, but I don't think it was worth 300 bucks. Makes me wonder, you know, putting those Novas I have up, if someone's going to pay that kind of money, I'll sell them. Get in there. Looking at a TC3 as well, OG, on eBay. And had the Stratus body and some other body. Fairly clean. Didn't look too bad. Had an OS in it. 270 bucks. That sold this morning. I thought that was about right. I don't think that was a bad price. Them lower arms look nice. Yeah, I'm going to give them a shot. If they suck, OG hooked me up with some just some stock ones. Very nice. We're going to swap them back out, but I kind of dig the purple look. It's kind of bling. I kind of like it. Bro, think about it. Kyosho still has like 4 buggies on the market that you can get parts for easy. And they've been out for 10 years. Associated too, so anything new will be around forever. Yeah. The only complaint that I have about mine is parts are a bitch. Like, I can guarantee you, even a place that sells Associated, they don't have anything for it. And, what's it called? You can find parts on eBay, but, like, for some of the parts, they're just silly. Like, there's no reason for them to be that expensive. I get it. They're discontinued. Haha, so what? They're only worth so much. Like I said, I'm looking to buy a whole parts buggy, so that way I have just about one of everything, because it's probably more cost-effective than me piecing everything together. All right, there's that. I always forget how these go. Just like that. Right? Yep. All right, those are those goofy screws with the big shoulders on them. So let's get 4 of those out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. These are your pivot screws, the ones with the big shoulder on them. A-Main has everything still. For the 8.2, nah, they have some stuff. I bought pretty much some of the stuff I needed for it. They had upper arms. I think they had the shock caps. Yeah, I got the shock caps from there. But that's it. They didn't really have a whole hell of a lot for the 8.2. eBay has a few things. Some of the prices are, of course. Yeah, Marketplace is still on point for the most part. There's some people out there that are on the glue, but I've gotten 99% of my deals from there. And then, like, I'll be like, well, screw that. That's all I'm going to use from now on. And then I'll go on eBay, and I'll find somebody that is selling something at a good price. You're like, okay. And then you'll start bidding on it, and, like, people sleep on it. Like that OS 15 CVR XXXNT that's sitting down there. Whoever passed up on that, not a good move, man. That was a good price. All right, so just like that, got the front end assembled here. What do we need? We're still gonna need black ends to go in through there. I'll have to dig them out. What else we need? That's pretty much it. Let's get the other side assembled. Yeah, this is the side I couldn't get quite as clean. This is the exhaust that was on the exhaust. This was on the exhaust side for sure. Let's see, OG. That's why I buy so many 9.5s of a buggies. They fit everything. It's RC God. I'll take the MIP9 new in box. I'm watching an MP11 kit when it drops. Then I'll grab an MP10 Neo to finish the set. Awesome. What's going on, Steve? Good to see you, brother. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look the difference between the 8.2 kits and like the more newer, the more modern ones, they didn't really change a whole hell of a lot. Some pins are different, but the layout is fairly similar. That's why I'm kind of like on the fence, because like even looking at that brand new Team Associated kit, it still resembles what I have. Like, I mean, obviously they probably changed geometry. I'm sure they changed some stuff, but I mean, other than that, it still looks fairly similar. And like I said, I think track time for me will be more important than anything, because once I get a rhythm going, I can go all right. But I think my main problem that I was having yesterday is I didn't know when to say, you know, my goose is cooked. Urban Legend, what's going on, brother? Working on a nitro. Give me a couple of weeks. We're going to work on something electric. I think you're going to dig it. I'm going to make something work as it should. Let's put it that way. There we go. All right, that's done. That's done. What do we need? We'll get the out drives for this. That's got to go in through the back. Put the dog bones in, but I can still connect the bottom. The bottom's always fun because they have those stupid C clips, which is actually missing at this point. Seen one. Here we go. Found it. 10 watching, 7 likes. Let's do better. Yeah, everybody's hiding today. Must have had a rough night. All right. Yeah, if everybody gets a chance, if you could check out that video I posted, I'd appreciate that. Like I said, the algorithm doesn't share my stuff quite as well as some people's for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if it's a description issue or just hates my face or what, but there we go. Nice. Dude on Facebook Marketplace has 2 of them for $400. What's he selling for $400? I'm looking for an associated MGT just for parts. What parts are you looking for? Did you ever find that pull starter? I forget who I was asking, because I know I seen a Facebook Marketplace post that had, it looked like just some MGT parts, because it had the head from the 4.6, but it had some of the Easy Start. I think there would have been enough there for you to piece something together. I was thinking about it. John Smith. That's a nice looking track. Yeah, it's a little small. It's kind of busy because of that. I mean, you got to work with what you got. But I'll tell you what, man, those guys, they use it for all it's got. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't an inch of that track that ain't used, but it's so busy. And I like it because once you get a good flow going, nope, wrong way. I want to do it the other way. Once you got a good flow going and you can keep it going, man, that track is so rewarding. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you make that double real nice. You line yourself up. You can hit that single, jump onto the tabletop. Like, I mean, it's so rewarding, but, like, you don't have a chance to chill. You know what I mean? Like, it's jump after jump after jump. Like, even the straightaway where you come, if you watch the video, that hill before the long straightaway, that's actually a triangle. You come up the hill like this. I don't know how to get it. You come up the hill like this, and you come down like this. So you're actually like hipping over it. It's a weird feeling. And that one jump on the right hand side, you'll see I had a lot of problems with that. It was such a hard jump because you're basically looking at it. It's completely 90 degrees to your right. So it's like you're trying to aim at something that you can't even see. You're just looking at the dirt and be like, all right, aim for a light spot and hoping it lands on the other side right. It was hard. It was so fun, though. And it was, you know, the most messed up part was I don't know if it was just like reaction or what. Trust me, I wasn't doing it on purpose. Hey, Dwayne, what's up? I don't know if I was doing it on purpose, but every time I'd hit that jump that I said it was difficult off to the right, and I hit it like dead center right, I always whipped it. I was whoop. And I mean, I noticed I was doing it. I wasn't doing it on purpose. Trust me, I don't have that kind of skill to be like, hey, that ain't bad, do a whip. But yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, so we're going to need... Oh, we got a whole bunch going on. Hey, everybody woke up. About time. Let's check this out. What do we got going on? All aspects. No, still haven't found it. Decided to drop an LRP Z30 in there, and I have a roto start for it. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that should have no problem with a roto start. Dwayne Clark, I said, what's up to you, man? I'll say it again. We'll see how you do in traffic, and stop trying to clear the double on the right corner. Nah, man, I'm going to jump that shit every single time. The one you cased 12 times. Yeah, but I made it 13, so... I mean, I'm going to have to learn it. I got to learn it, and I got better at it at the end. You noticed in the beginning, I couldn't clear that thing if you put $100 on the other side. Towards the end, I started to get it. Let's see. More reminding everyone, hit that like button. Urban Legend, holding down the fort. Take notice you're making... hit the like button and you'll take notice you're making waves in the algorithm. YouTube Studio tags on the desktop version always help also. Think Media has all the answers. Yeah, I'm sure it's something I'm doing, but it's okay. Let's see. John Smith says, I was watching the fast guys at LCRC. I don't understand how they do that shit they do. Yeah, I'll be going there. I'm trying to get there in 2 weeks. I'm going to a race on Saturday. I want to see how the buggy does. If I'm still having engine problems, I don't know if I'm going to have the funds to put another engine in that thing right away. I mean, I can go through and I try to get it repinched, and I have other things laying around. I'm sure I could find something. Smoke Trail RC, what's going on, brother? But we're going to see. I have 2 races planned for LCRC. We're going to try to get out there twice. Shout out to the 14 watching. Don't forget the like button. Urban holding it down. I got to do something real quick. Why won't this thing work? What's going on here? Strange. Oh, there we go. There you go, Urban. You earned your keep. All right. I got to get rid of a couple. I'm going to add a few. All right, Smoke Trail. I don't know if I've seen you here before, brother, but hey, man, good to see you. First time in, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. Let's see where we at. Dwayne, just messing around. I look good spending a few grand. Look good to buy a truck. Looking to buy a truck. Yeah. What kind of truck? Or like a truck or RC truck? Let's see. They canceled the Dream Race this year. Yeah, I've seen that. I guess they've been having some hard times down there. It's hard. It's bad to see, you know. Didn't I take care of that, or are we not at the bottom? Strange. Okay. I don't know what's up with that, but all right. Okay, what do I need? 2 axles. We're going to need 2 axles. We're going to need 2 of the blackout drives. So we got to find OG stash in there. I shared the Kings of Kings race in 17. That was epic. God, I miss that place. I keep kicking my heels saying there's no place like home, but I live in the ghetto, Michigan still. Yeah, but you're getting out of there, homeboy. So it's going to be good. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to live in Michigan. Truck to tow my trailer around. Yeah, I need 3/4 ton, 30-foot fifth wheel. There you go. Yeah, that's a bind I've always been in because I do hill climbs. Like I have a Neon that I run hill climb, and I have a Focus RS that I autocross that I would also, if I buy a new car, will be coming off the street and be used for hill climb and autocross only. So I have a car trailer. Well, it's not mine, but I have access to it, so it is mine. But I don't have a truck, and I want to get a truck because of that purpose, but I don't want to have to drive a truck every day. Especially a 1500 will do the job. I don't need a 3/4 ton. A 3/4 ton would do the job better. A 1 ton would do the job even better. But I got to live with that damn thing. So can't make a horse drink. Can't throat punch through the internet either. Yeah, but I bet you if, you know, you can pretty much Uber or like kind of like Grubhub anything. You could probably get someone to do, you know, delivery throat punches if you think about it. All right, OG, I wanted to talk to you about this real quick. How I was saying about, you know, you use these dog bones. You said this is the heavy duty. I don't think this is a heavy duty one. I think that we're looking at two different things. Just because they're chrome and the ears are smaller, I don't believe we're looking at the same thing. If you look at the size of the ball ends, it's the same. These are I know these are not the center shafts. These are the outer shafts. The ball end is supposed to sit in that cup. This ball end, you know, this is you, and this is the guy she tells you not to worry about. The ball end is supposed to sit in the cup. Then the ears are supposed to stick out. That's what makes it rotate. Obviously, you know that. This ball is too small. It allows it to rotate. What's happening is when gravity kicks in, or whatever the centrifugal force may be, it's letting this drop down, and it's fully seating that one ear in one side of the cup. And then this guy's just kind of hanging on for dear life, just trying to get it. And what it's doing is it's binding. If anything, if you use this, it's going to rip the ear off of that yoke. So I think we're going to have a celebration with this thing when this thing is done, and we're going to melt this. This evil contraption that they put in this truck. What lower arms are they? They are just vintage. Nothing fancy, nothing good. Yeah, OG, think about it, man. It's a business proposition. Maybe we should think about that. You know, order a throat punch. The only thing is we got to figure out the liabilities on that. I don't know how John Law would like that shit. All right, let's find those ends. There we go. Yeah, I had to get different wheel nuts. Those these little ones will not work with the wheels I picked up. All right. But yeah, that track was so much fun. But yeah, LCRC is definitely on the list. I noticed they had a race in August that I'm kind of interested in. I don't know where I stand. If you watch my video, comment in it. You know, I don't know what to do. I'm new. I am novice as far as it comes to dirt racing. I am 100%. I suck. I'm not very good at it because I have very... All right, we're not going to put the pins in. The pins in here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. We're going to let those be right where they're at before I lose them. All right. So there we go. We got our black ends in there. We got these in. For real, there was a dude on Craigslist that will show up and knock on your ass for money. You couldn't fight back or call the cops. You know, for those people that like pain, yeah, you do it. It's usually pretty big. What's pretty big? Oh, the Mugen Challenge? Yeah, I saw that. That might have been it. What I was going to say was, I put that video up. You can see I was there, the beginning of that video to the end. I was probably there. I would say the last lap was on my third tank. So I put some time in. I didn't just go out there and start, you know, whipping the damn thing. I put some time into it. I got the hang of it. I got the feel of the buggy. I figured out what the tires were going to do, and I got used to the track. So you can see the progression. So if I go a couple more times, spend another couple of hours each time there, I think I'm going to see some definite progress. But you can see, I believe that you can see some progress right off the bat, right in that video. I'm pretty happy about it. I was pretty proud of myself, honestly. I mean, you know, if I suck, you can put that in the comments too. I mean, I'm definitely no pro. But what I'm trying to say is, the classes, they have the 40 and up class, obviously. Unfortunately, I fit that. So I can enter that. I just don't have it in me to enter the novice class. Because if I'm on the stand with a bunch of kids like that are brand new with slashes, I'm going to feel like a piece of shit. And it's a waste of my money and time. But they also, I noticed for that Mugen Challenge, they have a 8th scale novice class. So I don't believe, you know, I'm going to get that, you know, even though I'm one of them, don't laugh. The Traxxas slash crowd, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to probably just get people that are like me that have been to the track 1 or 2 times, or maybe the noobs for their track. And I think that would be good. Yeah, I agree. But I'm like I said, like when we have a novice class at our track, it's kids that are brand new. Basically, I mean, I try to be helpful. I try to be nice. I want to grow the sport. But, you know, we call them wall testers, you know? Hey, no self-promoting or you'll get timed out. Uh-oh. See, that's what happens when you put OG in charge, man. He takes charge. So I don't know. I can enter 40 and up. I can enter the straight up, you know, buggy class, or I could enter that novice 8th scale. I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to cut myself short. They run the Techno short course truck up there. They don't fuck around. Yeah, I mean, I just, like I said, I don't want to be, you know, my old ass up there with an 8 scale buggy with a bunch of 7-year-olds with rental slashes. You know what I mean? That's not a good look. I don't want to be that guy, but I don't think I mean, 40 and up class, I don't think I'm at the skill level where I will win. I think I can hang. I mean, for a little while. I'm going to screw up more. I know that. But when I put in a good lap, I actually put in a decent lap. So I don't know what to do. So, I mean, some recommendations would be good. You know, hell, tell me to hang it up. That's fine too. I don't care. But I'm on the fence. And I can't just go with I'll enter all of them because I don't have that kind of money. Well, I do. I'm lying about that. It's more of that's a hell of a hectic day. Let's see, don't overthink it, but I'm not overthinking it. I just want to I like to come in with a plan. Like, here's the plan. Don't come in last. Have a good time. But we'll see. Novice in dirt isn't novice on rug. On the dirt, the noobs weed themselves out quick, flying off the track. It'll make your day easier. Yeah, but I don't want an easy day. You know what I mean? I want a challenge. I'm not looking to walk, you know what I'm saying? I want to do well, but I don't want to be like if I'm standing on the stand and there's sponsored people all around me and professionals, I know where it's going to go. It's going to go bad. It's going to go bad for me, which, I mean, it is what it is, but let's be real. I'd like to have a chance, you know. I have a long time between now and August. I can get a lot of practice in, so that's my plan. It's a little over an hour to get out there. Fuck. Oh, sorry. In the Focus RS, that's a full tank of gas there and back, though. Kind of sucks. You'll do more harm in too fast of a class than if you entered too low. Yeah, like, see, like, let's say there was, you know, if the main class is big and let's say I win the D main, I would be ecstatic. I don't even care, you know. I don't want to come in last. And I understand that because even on carpet, I suck. With that B7, I'm lousy with it. I got so much work I got to do on that thing to be any good. But with that being said, they'll put me in with the fast guys or something in the first qualifier. I'm just in the way. I'm trying to move. And then once everything kind of gets filed through, it's not so bad. You know what I mean? I kind of have a good time after that. OG. Oh, you won't be last. I told you that last night. Like John says, test the waters, then next week move up. Yeah. I'm going to go out later today. I want to get that engine figured out, see if I'm screwed or what. If I can get it to run right or not. See what I got to do, make a move. But, yeah, next week I'm going to enter probably 40 and up and just throw it around, see what it does. All right, this is the side that was missing the nylock nut. So we got to find something. All right. This is my newest little project that I worked on a little bit. Separating everything. Instead of having those 75 little bins. And so far, I'm digging it. Let's see here. What's this guy? See that? That took, what, 3 seconds? Bang. Loving that. Let's see. Our club races were simple. Anything and everything went. Sanctioned racing was a different show. The control level 12. The control was level 12. I loved it. Yeah. I want to see what happens. They said that for the usually the bigger races at Trains and Lanes. Like I said, I was hanging out with one of the locals there. I didn't catch his name. I feel bad. I'm terrible about that. Had an awesome white pit bull. Thing was deaf, but oh my god, it was such a playful little guy. I loved it. It was playing. I was playing fetch with it. Should have been racing, but you know, that's okay. I love animals. So what was I getting to? He was running a Kyosho Truggy, and he was doing pretty good with it, but he wasn't happy with, I guess, the tune on it. He wasn't really digging it. But he said I did. He said I should come to the race. He said you do better than a lot of the newer guys we have, and I was kind of proud of that. And I was like, all right, cool, man. He's like, you can link the track already. He goes, we've had guys here for weeks, that's, you know, months that still can't do it. They're still rolling everything. It's because I'm dumb and just said screw it, but there we go. Didn't break anything, so all right, there we go. All we gotta do is put the camber links in, and that's it. Well, actually, no, those aren't even camber links. Those would be toe links. All right. So we're gonna have to do those here and here. All right, cool. Yeah, I think practice is my main thing. We're going to get more practice in. We're going to get as much. I'm not going to be able to go up this week. Well, no, I am going to go up this weekend. I want to go to that race. But, I mean, I can't do it every week. That's just not going to be a possibility. All right, get this on. We're going to throw some grease in that bottom diff. We have to, I'm going to mount it to the chassis plate. Then we're going to get to the MGT, the fun part. We're going to bring that thing back to life today. I'm going to show you my thought process on what I decided to do to hopefully fix this problem for good. I hope this thing is going to be good to go after this, and we can get more than one friggin' run with it. It didn't run bad. Didn't tune anything on it or anything, but I mean, definitely going to need to do something. Okay. All right. So what's going on in the chat? That's my plan. I just, like I said, watch the video and let me know. I mean, if you think I showed some progress and I should just say screw it and throw it in the main class, and I'm going to do that. Too bad they don't love their track. Who's that? They knocked those 4 truckloads of dust off it, repack it. About 6 inches of red clay. It'd be real nice. I love that layout, but man, it's loose. Renamed it Marbles. No, it's a complete volunteer thing. So I think the track was in pretty good shape. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Yeah, it could have been watered the night before, but, you know, I paid $10 to practice, and I was there. I was there for, 4 hours. I'm pretty cool with that. What size is that nut? I'm going to use a driver. 5.5. That'll work. Yeah, it's a really cool little place. They got an indoor track as well, a carpet track. So I think I'm going to maybe next week, depending on, the funds. Should be all right. I got a couple hours overtime. I got to put an order into, what was that, R1? Got to put an order into R1 and get some parts for my B7. We'll do a little live on that. We'll play with the scale and see what we can get out of it. And I want to go up and I can do their carpet track. If I want to get out of the sun for a little bit, I'll have option number 2, you know. There's that. Where's that guy? Okay, we're going to make sure we got the adjustment nuts going the same way. So it's going to go that way. All right. Sweet. Let's see. But at the same time, be happy you have a place to go. Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks. Our indoor track at DRP, he only runs it during the winter, which is great because I got somewhere to be, you know what I mean? On a Saturday, I got somewhere to go. I got something to do, something to look forward to, you know, during the week. You know, work sucks. At least I'll have something to think about. I don't like that. I have any longer ones? That's coarse thread too. Son of a bitch. I don't know if I do. I don't like the way that feels going in. Maybe we'll just, well, it's plastic, so we can go either way. I want to use a longer screw on the inside here because it just feels like these holes are kind of worn out. And like I just said, like you just seen, I just pulled this right out of it. So it's probably not going to work that well. Let's see what kind of options I got here. I usually don't hang on to the coarse threads. These are all fine. But if I have something that can bite, I think that'd be the ticket. I know what I want to do. When you have options, it's always good. I'm going to do that. Why do I keep picking the same ones? There we go. Here's how we're going to fix that. What's that? Those are supposed to have nuts behind them. Yeah? Well, they don't. Or at least they did. This one. Wait. What's that? Probably the same thing I just came up with. It's probably these. Well, that's okay. Actually, no, that I like that style a little bit better, but we can make them nicer. Let's make them nicer. There we go. So I remember when I got this, remember the one link was off. I think I know why. Because I think they try to use regular screws. I wondered when I watched these. Screw the lady one in. Okay, what are you talking about, brother? Damn. The lady one. There we go. 2.5. These might be a little long, but I think I have the room. We'll be all right. Oh, these look good. These will be fine. Oh yeah, that's money. There we go. All right, well that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay. That'll work. There we go. Throw a nice little stainless one in there. Put the nut on, nylock on the back. That'll work. All right, there you go. Watching Dakota practice on the rug yesterday. That man's fast. Yeah, well, he gets paid to do it. I wish I would have got an earlier start. I probably would have been better. Yeah, some of those guys are just ridiculous. Like we have Jeff Stakowitz. He's a Team X-Ray driver. He races at our track. I mean, he's lapped me, and 3 laps around, he's already ahead of me. Like, he is just smoking fast. I mean, we got some guys that are not sponsored that hang with him, which is really awesome. But, like, whenever he's racing or one of those guys, like, you know what I mean? There's a couple of guys there that hang with him. If they're all in the same main together or the same practice together, like, not practice, qualifier together, I'll go out there and watch. You know, I will gladly marshal because I want to watch this. You know what I mean? It gets good. There we go. I don't know why that was sticking. Pat? Nah, Pat can't hang with him. Pat's a good dude. But him and Stack, nah. Pat will surprise you, though. I'll tell you what. He'll surprise you sometimes. But, nah, as far as hanging with Stack, nah, he kind of knows. Does a lot. Well, let's put it this way. He hangs with him a lot longer than I do. Yeah, Pat's a good dude just to have around. Yeah, Pat is fast. He's just fun to have around more than anything. When he comes to the track, you know it's gonna be fun. People are gonna be laughing. You put him on the announcer stand. He picks on people. He's really a great dude. I enjoy having him around. I'm surprised that I'll catch him probably at the. If I catch him at Trains and Lanes, I'll make sure I get him. Send you a picture with him. He's a character. He likes to tinker too. They took this like 4-wheel drive buggy and they turned it into like a mid-engine 2-wheel drive buggy, and like he always messes with shit. I think my buddy Jaden has that buggy right now. But yeah, you know it says because he has that stupid mac and cheese shit all over the bottom on the chassis protector. It's funny. All right, this is gonna be fun. Being right-handed. There we go. Okay. All right. I gotta find the 6 screws for the bottom. Let's dig them out. 1, 2, 3. I believe they're all the same, right? Let's see. No, they're not. are definitely not it. Okay, screws for the bottom should be all flat heads, and those should be beveled. Those go to the back. 1, 2. Come on, computer. 3, 4. What engine's going in that Savage? Just the stock 25. I'm going to throw that back in. I got to get a one-way bearing for it. We're going to have to take a look at it and assess from there if the engine's any good. I think it feels good. The compression on it, I mean, it's about as much as any other HPI engine. It's not, you know, not worth calling home about, but it's there. So we're going to try it. If it's no good, I mean, maybe we'll take a little... Yeah, it did start. No, I don't know. Did we get that started? I think I got it to pop over, or it didn't, because the one-way was shit. If the engine's no good, Steve, then we'll probably just do what I usually do, and we'll have a little pull, and we'll see what we're going to put in it. I'm not going to put a 32 in it, because we did that already in my 21. So I don't know what I put in it next. I don't think you can get the big red anymore. Throw some grease in this pig. Come on, draw it in. There we go. A little more. I also have that that 4.6 over there. I'm trying to keep it at 25 though, so I'm hoping that this one will work. That'll do. Yeah, sucks about the big red. Yeah, sucks about a lot of shit. Yeah. I don't know. I like the LRPs. I mean, carburetor issues and all. Yeah. They're not bad. But I already have one with a 32, so I don't know if I'd want to go with that route. Can't use a bump start engine in this thing, so that's out. Thought I got all the grease. I didn't. So I don't know. We'll see. Cross that bridge if we need to. I don't really want to do it. Okay, which way are we going? This way. And then once we have this together, I'm kind of stuck because I need that drive shaft to show up. Once that shows up, then we can put the front end on and start that. Start them up. That way everyone loves the LRP. Why didn't they jump on the LRP 8 scale when it dropped? Yeah, I was looking at that. A-Main just put a list out on it. I mean, a video out on it. It doesn't look bad. Price is right. I don't know. I'm not a LRP fan. I'm not saying that. I'm not that blue is better and that's the end of it. I mean, but it's not a bad engine. Okay, so that fits nice. Those are both in. Everything looks good. A-Main finally doing a promo for it. Yeah, they're probably sitting on a million of them, so they got to do something, right? I don't know. I still got to break in that 32. I still have yet to do that because I've been busy working on that damn buggy. I've been working on this on Saturdays, but I'll get to it. That would have been fun to take to that track. Sure they would have loved that thing digging into all the landings. Put that crossbar on, I guess. Get that out of the way. Nice. All right. What are those? Flats. What do we have for flats? Beveled, beveled, beveled. Nope, not that bag. There's 2 in there. But those don't look like it. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, that's a beveled one. Those are flats, correct? Correct. Are we missing one? Let's see. I think we're missing one. I know where those 2 go. Oh, do we got any in here? There's 1 screw. No? I don't know if I have any of these coarse thread ones. Of course I'm missing coarse thread. There we go. It's mad long. That ain't gonna work. So short and coarse. What are those? Uh-oh. I think we're in trouble. I don't think I have these. What do we have for options? Let's see here. Should be some in here. These will work. I have 2 of them. I do. Gonna stick out far enough? They will. Okay. And just change it up. That's all. Don't forget to hit that like button. There we go. Did it finally kick in? There you go. All right. I was wondering what was going on with that. All right. When are you going back on again, Legend? I have to stop in. Urban Legend, I didn't tell you, I did try that, the off-road speed challenge thing. I tried it with that slash, like I said I was going to. Dude, that was horrible. That thing did horrible. I got no traction. I mean, the grass was a little bit high. The grass is definitely a little wet. I was doing like 30-mile-an-hour rolling burnouts, though. That thing was absolutely screaming and just blowing the tires off. It was hilarious, but counterproductive. Didn't get me anywhere. Cool. Can I get a little tighter? There we go. That'll do. All right. Trying to think if there's anything else we can do on this one. How long we've been rolling? want to get to that send. The send is the big one. Shit, almost an hour and a half. All right, we're out of time on this. We're going to get that send out. Get working on that. Let's do a little cleanup real quick. Get everything kind of situated. We'll hit that thing up. Let's see. That's why we're losing shit. All right, so there we go. Today, rear section is done. We're waiting on a front drive shaft. Front drive shaft comes, I can put that in, put the transmission in, we'll put the rear in. There it is. A lot nicer, a lot cleaner, all serviced, ready to rock and roll. All right, let's get this out of the way. Motor mount. Motor can stay there. Yeah, savages for days. All right, everybody, here we go. We're not going to need the truck right away. We're going to work on just this engine here. Hey, I still don't like this tripod. Paid way too much money for this tripod. There we go. Get a good shot. Here we go. I still don't like it. All right. This is the motor out of the send. We can start working on this first before we got to put it back in. Definitely going to have to work on the mesh, so we can do that later. This is the one that it broke the clutch nut shaft off. That was a big problem. How it happened, I have no idea. I have no idea. And it destroyed the gear. Everybody remember the gear? Fantastic. Look at this. There ain't shit left on this. The rest of the shaft is inside. So, ties on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, flying planes. We'll crash the planes, but you get the gist. Oh, if he's crashing shit, I'll check that out. Well, my tires are the wrong size. Too big or too small, John? If they're too big, you can still make them work. I always put stuff that's way too big on them anyway. See that truck? Thank you. You better get one soon. Okay, so the clutch itself is fine. That survived. But here's the issue we had. This clutch bell, it's actually a 3-piece clutch bell. What'd you get, the 3/8? The monster truck version of the MT Spec 3.0, they made a buggy, they made like a short course truck or something like that. They made about 3 or 4 different things. But only the MT Spec 3.0, the monster truck, came with aluminum gears. So you have a steel bell with 2 aluminum gears. The big gear threads on, with Loctite, then you put the smaller gear on with Loctite, and bam, there you go. Yeah, it snapped the snout right off it. Could have said them new tires just so you could smell them from here. Smell like a hemp shop. So, long story short, I did a little bit of research. If you look up the Sen MT Spec 3.0, it's like RC Junkyard or something like that. They actually have the manual for it. And if you bought the buggy, the other ones, all that other fun stuff, Raw, what's going on, brother? Good bash video this morning I was watching. I don't know if you just put that out or not, but I loved it. They smell like Harbor Freight. Yeah, 3/8. Yeah, that's a big tire. Well, what I was saying was, they came with an all-steel bell where the teeth were actually on it. And believe it or not, I mean, it makes sense to me. The monster truck is geared lower. So, finding these aluminum teeth, they don't exist. I found the part numbers. I looked everywhere. They do not exist. The only thing that was on eBay, they had one that was, it said replacement for. They're wrong. It's not. It's completely wrong. So what I did was I checked out and I found a parts lot. I got a bunch of Sen stuff for Sens I don't have. I don't even know what they're for. I'm probably going to have to relist them. And, well, first off, straight from the UK, bam. There's a new clutch nut. Came with a new C-clip, another screw for the end, and a shim. I had to get this from the UK, man. This was not easy. This is what I've been waiting on. Now, obviously, that's fixed. This was easy to find. This is an eBay find. was able to find the bearings. This is a little bit of a trip. Look at how small these are. That is a tiny ass bearing to be riding in that bell. You know what I mean? Like a 5117 like this. That's a wheel bearing for a Slash. Everybody has one of them. Everybody's seen those. Look at the size of these bearings compared to that. Like it's friggin' tiny. So I don't know why they would use something that small. I expect that to be an issue. So I bought a parts lot, bunch of Sen stuff, and I was able to find these. This is a 14 and 17. This is a 15 and 18. I was able to find the all steel bell housing with these things. So the bearings will fit right in there. The clutch nut will go right back up to it. And instead of having a aluminum toothed 3-piece bell, we're going to have a single piece bell with steel teeth. It's going to match right up to the steel spur gear on the other side. And I'm sure it's going to sound awesome. But, yep, we're going to have an all metal instead of aluminum. And hopefully this will hold up. So I'm going to go with the 1417 first because I think this was like, it's the same amount of teeth. It was a 3-teeth difference, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. So this was, I think, a 1316 maybe? Or 1215? I don't remember. So in the process, we're going to get to gear this up a little bit. And we're going to go from all aluminum, this aluminum bullshit, to hopefully better steel. So let's start off by getting this clutch off because I'm going to have to put the nut on and tighten that down. So this is what's left. That's it. Let's see what we got going on here. You won't melt that one. I see a few people with Sens. I want to see one rip. Yeah, you're not going to see one like this one, though. It's the only one I've seen so far. Yeah, actually, I want to see one run. Yeah. This is the baby Sen. This one, we already have a video of this running. It ran. It ran itself until that piece snapped. Nitro Steve. Mine runs. There you go. All right. So I want to pull up a website real quick. It just shows the assembly. So Sen MT spec 3.0 manual. I just want to see how they have it together because I want it to be 100% right because I cannot afford RCScrapyard.net. That's the one that has it. I can't find parts for this thing. So if this bell don't work, we pretty much have one more chance with that other one, and then I'm done. I'm spent. This thing will be on eBay. I seen a 2.0 go for $150 as a roller. So let's see. 36901. So there is, let's see. I have a shim in here. And I have a shim here. No. I have a shim in here. I only have one shim. So we got to see how that fits. All right. Well, it's painful, but let's open up some vintage parts. This damn thing. Custom sat on this thing for about a week. Three more hours. I ain't working on nothing for 30 hours. No way. All right. So we got our nut. We got a washer. Where does that C-clip got to go? C-clip goes on the top of the nut. Oh, I guess it holds the shoes. Okay. All right. So let's get this thing on here first. Oh, I see how it goes. All right. Probably going to put some Loctite on that. Ooh, that came out awful quick. What am I thinking? I'm not even gonna be close. Okay. 8 mil. All right, let's clean off all that excess. Okay. All right, gonna have to pull that spring off. Just like that. The spring's gotta go back on. There we go. The other thing I like to do when I put those springs on, I like to make sure that the part where it joins together is like in the middle of a shoe, or at least behind it where it kicks out. You don't want it in like the middle. There we go. Okay, this has to go there. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is a big one. That wasn't bad at all. There we go. I guess that C-clip's just basically to hold the clutch shoes back, so that way they stay where they're supposed to be. Nice. All right. Load the bearings. See how that's gonna feel. Let's see something. I can't. Okay. Let's see here. Looks like the bearing, unless it's not in all the way. Oh, that could be why. Makes sense. Now it makes sense. All right, we don't want to damage it. Where is the pick? We need the pick of destiny here. Or no, no, we don't. Use this. That makes sense now. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? Don't even smell that vintage area. I cut one of my OG OS glow plugs open the other day, and I realized it had a $3.99 price tag on it. Oh, man. I have a couple of those OG. Yeah, I have some old logo Losi stuff that I can't do it. I bought the whole page with individual plugs. There's still a couple some stuff at the hobby shop I got to pick up. I wasn't money on sticky tires. God, they smell. I found a bottle of HPI fuel I bought back in 0304. Ran at tracks. Yeah, as long as it's still good. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna have to throw some Loctite on that for sure. It's 2.0, 2.5. I don't think I'm going to need any shims on this. It looks like it's right at the edge of the shaft. So that's good. Make sure that bitch ain't coming off. Nope. Look at that. That is beautiful. Look at this. Just the bearing making a little bit of noise. But look at this. Just a hair of play. Nothing back and forth. It's perfect. I'll give him that. Ken did a good job on that, so hopefully it doesn't snap this time and we'll be in good shape. All right, let's get the truck. Let's get this thing in there. All right, we're gonna have to bag it out a little bit. All right, let's go get that truck. There's the broken nut. Hang on to that. We'll hang on to that for some sentimental purpose. There we go. Here we go. Still got some 20% laying around. I could probably fire this up today. Take it out for a rip later. It runs good. It's getting cleaned up. It's getting parked. All right. First thing I want to do is I'm going to get these mounts loose before we put the base mount back in. Didn't go up too big on the bell, so I should have enough adjustment. Just crossing my fingers. That'd probably be the only problem we got. I found a can of Paragon tire compound. I had flashbacks to getting high out of the track back in the day. Let's get a good view if we're gonna work on this thing, right? Bam. There we go. All right, let's get these screws out. That's one thing that sucks about this too. It's all Phillips. Well, Phillips hardware, except for some of the stuff. Like the bottom of the motor mount uses hex. I don't know why they just couldn't finish it that way. Oh yeah, if that mesh is right there, I'm gonna be happy. Right there. Where's the screwdriver at now? There we go. Yeah, Devil Woman's home. You can hear her mouth. Never wanted a Sen. Never appealed to me. I guess I own literally everything else. Never a Sen. If you paid what I paid for this, you probably would have picked it up, OG. I think I gave the guy 70 bucks. I never seen one before. So I know I can make my money back now. Fucking assholes upstairs. Hang on a sec. All right, sorry about that. Had to take care of some business. Let's go back to work. Never fails. Let's see. I never wanted such cool machines were made back in the day. Yeah, Sen made cool looking RCs. Maybe not the best performing. I don't know. I kind of like their philosophy though. After playing with this thing, like this would have competed, like let's say with a Nitro Stampede. Or something on the lines of that. That's about the size of this. And they gave you an 18 right off the bat. They gave you a 2-speed. And like, you know, handles like crap. It's got you know, basic tires, no foams in them. Let's make it do 50 miles an hour. You think parts would be plentiful because you know people wreck the shit out of these things. All right, cool. Probably have to loosen them up a little more. That motor should move easily now. Yeah, right about there. That feels pretty good. The only thing I don't like about this, and I'm going to zoom in, I'm going to show you, is what I'm talking about. Even in the manual, it shows it this way. All right. See, there's nothing you can do. All right, let me show you something. If you look in the manual, they actually have a full, like an actual picture. It's not a diagram of this. And the gears, they don't fully engage. Check this out. Can't get a good shot. There you go. You see that first gear? Only sits on 3/4 of the first one, and you cannot shim that out. Everything with the clutch assembly is original. It's just how it is. All of the pilot holes in this whole truck line up. Truck's not bent. It's just, that's just how it is. I can show you. So let me get the, I can pull that manual back up. I'll show you. Let's see. Yeah, everything on this truck has, hey Wire, what's up? Has small little pilots, like here and there. Like there's 2 right here, 1 right here. Like everything has pilot holes, and everything is properly in them. So, like there's a pilot hole here. There's other ones, but everything is. Can you put a shim behind the flywheel? No, because basically the amount of room from the flywheel to that end of that shaft that we just put on, it's perfectly level. Like it's perfect. Like there's no play anywhere. So no, because if you shimmed the back of the flywheel, it would push everything from the flywheel out back further, and that rear bearing will be hanging off the shaft. That's not the go-to. That wouldn't fix it. I don't believe, well, shim the clutch bell a little. I can't. The bearing is at the absolute end of the shaft. So that won't work. I don't believe it was the mesh that killed it. This thing was tweaked a little bit, and it was damaged before I bought it. So I think it just finished it off. But I think what happened was this thing was still on the engine when it came to a complete stop. I think the only reason it came to it, because the nut is still in it, see, the screw? The only reason it came to a complete stop was because it was no longer spinning the shaft. That's why the teeth got eaten, because it allowed the bell to move forward, and then it just basically turned the 2 spur gears here into basically mincers, and it just ate it. So I don't believe that the mesh being this way is going to be a problem. I really don't. But it just seems awful weird. But here, let me pull that website back up. Send MT. There we go, manual. There we go. This is what makes me like this is what they did. Let me find the picture and then I'll show you. Where's the manual? Manuel, where'd you go? There he is. He's a good man. Where is that picture? I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in enough. Here, check this out. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. If you look in this picture, if I can get it to zoom in and do it. Come on. Come on. There. You can see even in the picture, this is a factory picture. This is right out of their manual. You can see that first gear is hanging off just a little bit on the transmission, and the second gear is in a little bit. The first gear, the small gear, is actually hanging off the edge of the bigger gear and overlapping the smaller gear. So right off the bat, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There's what I wanted to do. It's pretty much doing the same thing. And I mean, that's a metal on metal gear. Listen to that. If that wasn't meshing good, you all have heard that sound before. The chassis could be bent. Yes, but I don't believe it is anymore. Was it when I bought this thing, it was missing this piece. That's from a 2.0. I made it work. It was missing the center piece here was broken. So from what we've come to believe is somebody jumped it, landed it like this, and basically, bam, there you go. Bent the shit out of it. So, but look, that pilot lines up. One of the bolts lined up. It's just, the only thing they changed was the width. You can see the difference. But, like I said, this thing has pilot holes. There's one right there. Perfect. Look at the gears. The gears are perfectly centered. Look at the engine. Perfectly centered. There's 2 more locator pins. No problem there. And all of this stuff here, one way or another, through the center, has a pilot pin. That's a couple of pieces. It goes, you know, a couple here, comes to the back. That's another piece there. Then it bolts to that. There's another pilot. So all of the pilot holes line up. So, what do you think? I don't know what to think. Is that a weird thing? For one, I don't know how to think. I don't know what to think. Oh. So, as far as it being bent, possible. It's possible. Is it bent to like the point where flawed design? Could be. Is it bent to the point where I think that it's going to be a problem? I don't know. It's debatable. I don't know what to think. What do you think? Let me check and get out of there. I would be more worried about it if it didn't look like that bad in the manual. You look in a manual and you can see the teeth don't line up in the manual. I mean, I tried to get a good picture with it with my phone, but you know what I'm saying. It's a phone. It didn't want to focus that well. Let's see. I'll get this in there. Yeah, that was hard to see. I think if you use it again, it's going to do the same thing. I don't think so. It was damaged beforehand. I think that didn't help the issue. But we'll find out. And honestly, like, parts for this thing is impossible. If it destroys this gear again, yeah, I'm going to run it out front of the house. What was I going to say? If it destroys this gear again, I'm going to put that other gear on it, and it's going on eBay. I'll just warn everybody that we know, and I'll put on it, eat spur gears, best of luck. I'm sure as a roller, I could still make my money back on this plus a couple dollars, and we could put it towards another buggy or something. I mean, like I said, I seen one of these as a 2.0 sell for 150 bucks. If I can get $150 for this, if it eats this spur gear, it's gone. Okay. So the fuel line's up. All right, that's top boy, so top boy goes here. Get on there. As far as finding a chassis for this, I don't think that's going to be an easy task, nor do I want to spend the money on it. I'm kind of over this thing at this point, you know what I'm saying? And even if I tweak it a little, doesn't really get any better. And like I said, it doesn't make any sense that everything can be flush. There's no gaps anywhere. Every pilot hole lines up. So that chassis cannot be bent that bad. Let's see. Let your conscience be your guide when buying this for 30 bucks. I'll give you a peanut butter, banana, bacon sandwich for it. Haywire. That sounds delicious. I might take you up on that. Also the pitch, brother. Hopefully the picture of the same, because you know how Kyosho and HPI... Kyosho and HPI never agreed on one, and pitch one of the gears is Pioneer. And the others are squared on the tip. Yep. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it out. We'll run it on the street, and we'll see how these teeth wear. Like I said, you can see it in the mount. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, the mount's not adjustable backwards. I'm not drilling into this chassis. I mean, that's just not going to be a thing. Let's put a straight edge on that. What I have that I could use. Look at this. I hate these body mounts. What do I have that I could use? It's easily available. Easily available. I have a level. I don't know if that'll show out around. Yeah. There's a little bit of a gap, but it's minute. It's not, barely can see light through it. It looks like that's just how it's supposed to be, because it doesn't make any other sense that I don't have to fight any screw holes. And like I said, all the pilots are there. All right. Well, there we go. We got it in. We already know this runs. We've already started this one, so I'm not going to do that and get yelled at for stinking the house up again. So I think the next step for this one will be to take it out and see what it does. So what do you think? Is it going to eat them gears? I don't know. If it eats the gear, then that will be the end of this one. These are the worst motor body mounts I've ever seen in my life. But all right, that's what I wanted to get done today. We got some work done on the Savage. Savage is coming along nicely. We got the Sen repaired. The Sen was repaired. We're gonna go through it and see if it tears up another set of gears. Yeah, you might. The gears were easy to find, believe it or not. Those weren't that bad. There we go. Nah, Elvis had better hair than Donald Trump. But all right, everybody, that's it. It's been a good Saturday. I'm gonna go out and try this thing, see what it does. Everybody go out and run some stuff. Slide sideways will be on a little bit later today, you said. Didn't say a time, just said a little bit later. And catch everybody next week. Probably going to be on Friday, because I'm trying to get to that race at the track. But I don't know. We'll go it out. We're going to try it. See what it does. Till next week, I'll catch you. Peace.